Welcome back to Cruisnik Sanctuary, everyone. Cruisnik X here, along with Arya Stormborn, Baron Boop Boop, who's on his mobile and muted, Lord Fyrax,
Yo.
and Tenma Sabeda.
I like Toe Jam.
Gross. Anyways.
Is that like toe jelly?
Ugh.
Kind of like booty marmalade.
Guys! Anyways, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, the newest expansion in the Final Fantasy XIV saga. The story so far: deep in Labyrinthos, we have discovered that Charlian legislatures are being very shady about certain things, and a lot of shit is moving around underneath the confines of this place.
How deep?
Deep enough.
I thought it was deep.
No, it's balls deep.
Deep.
Balls deep.
Deep.
Am I supposed to get that?
Well, we did just have Ellie Toad and Alpha Toad.
Whatever. Anyways.
Do I have to go Bud Wise?
Anyways. You know what? Now that things have been sufficiently ruined, let's just get on with it. The next quest is a guide of sorts. Let's do it. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just had, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Cryo for the moment, see what they think of this. Alright. Back to the gals. What the fuck? Anybody but me see the toad and the kitten? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. I derped. I forgot. I recently turned off minion titles and anyone's name but my friends and party members. That was my derp. Hey, we're back. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville, then? Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Cryo, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm. She's still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. Yay, more flowers! I'm gonna make a salad out of the lot of you. fuck is a Corrigan anyway? Can somebody look that up? Corrigan. Korrigan. Well, doesn't look like anything of note. Anyway. Come on, love. You know.
Oh, it's a Mandragoria found in the Sea of Glass.
Yeah, I thought it was some kind of vegetable or something.
Well, not a real one.
Apparently not. Anywhoosie, let's speak with Kryl. Hello again, Kryl. Huh?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Aww, you adorable little potato.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
She? You mean Heidelin?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Whoa, what the
Thank
fuck?
you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest.
Okay.
After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
Well, thanks, I guess.
That was... too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out.
Okay.
Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was.
That doesn't
Once I
sound good.
took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower.
Okay.
Yes, we are definitely making progress. You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Oh dear. Fortunault. Should have known.
Master Fortunault? What business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered.
And that's
not
an
to mention
opportunity
their
includes
potential
smacking the
impact.
smug off his face.
I'd love to punch him
With the world
one.
in chaos, we, the true caretakers
He
of
has his
wisdom,
nose for
have
it.
committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Oh, so you're xenophobic now, aren't you? Fucking dick biscuit.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
I can't figure this would happen,
The
though, to
forum
be
will
honest.
convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why?
Huh.
Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Well, fuck.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Fine. But I don't have to like it.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
And here we are.
Forgive me.
I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
Here we go.
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Whoa.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Whoa, that shut him up.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
They took off my headgear too? That's kind of lame.
Yeah, they took
The
mine
reason I
too.
visited the restricted
Apparently they
shelves
want,
was
that
to study
want me to
records of the
have
forum's
shades.
policy-making process. To better understand the historical
fucking
trends
shade.
underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
Oh dear.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted.
Oh?
No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility.
Well.
I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene.
So, wait.
But returning to the matter of when, a change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh so important duty.
Oh dear.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Oh. Sounds like you can't say.
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Damn straight.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
Damn right.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections.
He's right.
Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given?
He's right.
No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
The question is, what is their purpose?
Order! We will have order!
Well, I mean, he raises a great point.
Raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, The students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlian. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
It looks like most of them?
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed.
Huh?
Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
Oh wait, 54 and 48, my bad.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Well, at least we didn't get kicked out. And we're back here.
Yep.
While this place is beautiful, it's filled with frickin' tools. Except for Montajane. He's kinda cool.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
And Dickon, yeah.
Which is a shame, because if he was a dick, we could really make fun with have fun with the name.
Fair enough.
Dickon,
anyway,
he really is.
Let's talk to Y'shtola. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city. And our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of substance here in Sharlian. So now what? Well, we might as well... For now, we might as well, take a break. Quick break. Alright, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more. If you're watching on YouTube or live from PlayStation, stay tuned. If you're watching on... if you're watching on Twitch or live from PlayStation, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links to get you where you want to go. See you in the next video.